Welcome. Thank you very much for joining me. My name is Mike, and if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing only if you like the content, right? Obviously, if you like the content, subscribe. Guys, in this video, I'm going to talk about the space sector, all right? I'll mention 3 stocks in this video, all space stocks, because going forward for me, the biggest driver for growth is artificial intelligence, which I have talked about from last year. I have talked about, for example,
Look, I wouldn't have picked Vice President Trump to be vice president because I think she was not qualified to be president.
I had mentioned Serve Robotics. I actually did a YouTube video on Serve Robotics when it was like, I don't remember, I think it was like $4. I don't know what it was, around there. It was very, it was under 5. And Serve Robotics is near, it had gone up to $17, I think today or yesterday was at 12, whatever. That has to do with AI. I did a video about SMCI also. If you remember, at 35, this video is, I'm not even making it up, it's there, it's you can search it in my channel. I had called SMCI buy at $35, $35, guys. And then the year after, it ran all the way up to 1,100 plus. Even now that it has fallen to like $460, you'd still be up. I did 4 or 5 videos on Vertiv Holdings, guys. Now, why am I referring those? Because like I said, I see the AI sector and the space sector as the biggest drivers for growth. And I'm trying to show you that I was seeing this from before. Vertiv Holdings, ticker symbol VRT. I did 5 YouTube videos on Vertiv Holdings from 2020 to 2023, calling it constantly a buy. Also on my Discord, Vertiv Holdings went, and at that time it was trading like $12, $12.30, and it went all the way up to 100 plus this year, right? So that was another AI related play with the data centers. ASTS, I did a YouTube video at $2.50. ASTS then ran to 30 within a month, right? That's a space sector. So yeah, okay, enough. All right, so 3 space stocks that we're going to look at. The third that I'm going to talk to you about, the third space stock, I actually haven't talked about it on this YouTube channel since at least over a year. So it's been a long time. It's still trading very cheap. It's at $6, 6 something, and the potential for this to hit 10, 12, in my opinion, within the next 12 months is it's very high. All right, so let's go. All right, before we continue, the updates on Discord as always. Guys, ticker symbol BOF, August 28, 2024. It was trading at 74 cents. I then went on to tell my Discord members that I will buy it, and I bought it at 71 cents. They knew about it before I bought it. I ended up selling it for 31% gain at 91 cents, only to see it after run 258% up, guys. How about yesterday? Ticker symbol TCBP at $4.10. I did not get in that. All right, so to be fair, I did not get in it, but I did post it, and I did tell them about how it has 494K free float. Just the slightest news would push this up. I didn't expect that the same day would do it, and it did. So it was $4.10, and it went to $5.34 yesterday. So I said the space sector. What makes the space sector a really lucrative and actually one of the best growing sectors going forward? All right, I'm going to leave this information in the description of this video if I can fit it all, but you can also pause the screen. So technological investments, guys, innovation is always key. If you look back historically in what drove the United States to become a superpower, because part of being a superpower is not militarily, let's just forget the military part, economy, right? Being financially the strongest nation in the world. So you can't become, and it's not just the United States. Look at all the great empires. Look at all the nations in history that have risen to all time, being the best of the best during their time. What drove them to that? Innovation. I mean, the biggest innovations right now, if we look back for the past 20 years, is crypto, AI, space. That's it. Miniaturization, the need for lightweight and efficient equipment in space, has led to significant advancements. Also, We can also look at economic potential. So new markets, job creations, that goes also on Earth too. It's not just space. Government support, there's a lot of government support for this. Policy initiatives varies by politicians and presidents, but whatever. Private sector investment, which is huge. And I'm going to show you an image of how actually the private sector and the commercial sector in the private sector is actually the biggest driver growth. It's a bigger driver growth for space than the government spending, which may surprise some. And I'll show you by numbers. Long-term growth obviously is insane and the global impact when we look at space. So with that being said, the first space stock out of the three is LUNR, which I have already talked about, but I'm going to cover it real quick because there's a huge update. So guys, LUNR right now, as I'm recording, it's $5.84 in pre-market. So yeah, it closed yesterday at 42 and pre-market right now $5.84. It even hit $6, $6.15 in pre-market. I had done a video, guys, for LUNR at $3.05. Someone said you only talk about the good stocks on your Discord. So wrong, 100%. That means you are not following this YouTube channel at all. You're not following. I can say it, I can state it. You can look at all my YouTube videos, right? So I called LUNR a buy at $3.05 on the YouTube. Here's my YouTube video. So with that being said, Intuitive Machines wins $116.9 million contract. That was announced 9 hours ago, 10 hours ago yesterday. There's more to look at for Intuitive Machines, such as they target early 2025 for the next moon launch. Everyone is asking me about that, so here it is, guys. There's no exact date yet, but we know early 2025. Intuitive Machines earnings reveal surprise profit, so that's a good thing. Rocket Lab is the second space stock, guys. And let me go back to LUNR. LUNR's not done. LUNR's not done, right? In my opinion, it's trading at $5.84. Guys, my personal price target for LUNR, by the time they go for their next launch, right? So by the time they go for their next launch, I believe they'll hit $9 minimum. This is just my opinion. Doesn't mean it will happen, but yeah. So I don't consider LUNR over yet. How about Rocket Lab at $6.29, right? Yeah, okay. Somebody say, well, is it late? Well, I can't tell you to buy anything, but my personal price target for Rocket Lab is $10 in 2025. Reasons are many, and I'll explain right now. So first of all, guys, YouTube video. Again, I did a YouTube video for Rocket Lab at $391. Check that out, $391. And Rocket Lab now is at $6.29. It even hit $7 earlier this year. You could have, known about it at $391, $385. I did a YouTube video. All right. So did you know, guys? Did you know? I don't know if you knew this, but Rocket Lab actually beat SpaceX. They did. They beat SpaceX in being the fastest commercially developed rocket to reach 50 launches. Guys, that's awesome, right? Here's the Rocket Lab is the red with the Electron, and SpaceX is next. And they basically beat everybody else, but SpaceX took longer to reach 50 launches.
It's April Fool's somewhere.
Not some small statistic. It's not at all. People have no idea where, in my opinion, Rocket Lab is headed. And the $10 that I give as a price target within the next 12 months is not the end for me, right? It's not I'm not selling Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab is going to go to 10 in my opinion because of the Neutron, but that's nothing compared to where they're headed, in the future. They got, the constellations and all the stuff that I'll talk about. But reaching 50, guys, 50 launches faster than SpaceX did it in its, lifetime. I think that's just goes to show you where this company's headed. So it's pretty awesome. Revenue and GAAP, non-GAAP, gross margin. This is just some some small financial information regarding the latest earnings, which was on for second quarter 2024. I want to show you guys this is because if you look at the earnings, which basically even in the previous quarters is the same thing. The red is the launch revenue, right? So what they get for launching something, the revenue. And the black stands for space systems that they make for somebody. Hey, make me a satellite. Hey, make me this part, make me that. They make more money off of space systems, which is actually a good thing. And it shows you how this tremendous innovation in this company. So I like that. More than $720 million in contract value for satellites in development. How about the development status of Neutron? Neutron early 2025. All right, we're gonna get Neutron. It's a much bigger rocket than Falcon 9. This is the potential. It's amazing. I don't know if you understand, but I can't go on. I don't want to talk about. I could talk endlessly for Rocket Lab. Maybe it'll be boring for you guys, but so I'll stop. Space data and service systems. Here they talk about if we own our own spacecraft and our own rocket and the whole thing, then we can provide data and services which power the world. And by the way, if you know, I don't know if you knew, I did mention this 2 years ago. Actually, I mentioned it before Palantir went public. When I did an IPO review for Palantir, I said in that video, which was years ago, data is the new gold. Forget gold, the physical gold. Data is worth more than gold. It is, everything runs off of data. Facebook makes money and depends solely on data. Google on data. Everything. Data is gold. Palantir. Without data, they're nothing. They're dead.
My lawyers call me 80 times before this call to tell me that I can't talk about the relationship between the quality of the air. I can't talk about how much I love my parents. I must not laugh at certain jokes.
Let's move on to the third stock that I believe is going to be part of the future great companies in the space sector, which is just a really amazing sector, and that is Redwire Corporation. I will not in this video do a full deep dive analysis because this video has already dragged on quite a while by now. So I will do a separate video for Redwire Corporation soon. And some of the latest news they had was Redwire selected to provide advanced RF payloads to a leading European defense contractor, expanding RF offerings to overseas markets, and that was announced on August 27, 2024. With that being said, let me know in the comment section below what you think about these three space sector stocks. I think LUNR still has way to go. It can still rise. I think Rocket Lab has incredible amount of future ahead of it, and for those who want to hold something long term for years, maybe you want to consider that. And Redwire, I like Redwire a lot. There's a lot to like about this company. Thank you very much, and I wish you guys all the best. Take care.